Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Red Bank Catholic is brought to you by Immediate Care Medical Walk-In of Red Bank.
RBC scored a 21-14 win in Sparta last year in the first round of the playoffs against Pope John. Different story on Saturday. Just 53 seconds in, Ty Haranica to Christian Izian. 21-yard scoring play, extra point, no good. 6-0 Lions early. But the RBC defense did some real good things in the first half. The pass completion here, Zach Baer going to cause the fumble. Max Hazard falls on it. RBC's defense would create 2 turnovers in the first quarter. And here's Steve Lubisher going to work. The screen pass to Zach Baer. And look at Baer escape that tackle, not once but twice, all the way down to the 18-yard line. And on the very next play, the give is to Zach Baer, 1,000-yard rusher. He's a junior. He extends into the zone. Red Bank Catholic takes a 7-6 lead. But Pope John would dominate the rest of the first quarter. It's Haranica to Izian again. 31 yards, 21-7 Pope John at the end of one. But RBC kept sticking around against a high-powered offense. This is Zach Baer, another great catch. He's out of bounds at the 13. And a lot of these guys you're seeing in the highlights for RBC are going to be back next year. Steve Lubisher will be back, and so will this guy, Kevin Ballman, the freshman tight end. Awesome catch there. That made it 21-14 on the 10-yard scoring play. But Pope John had big production from Burrell Neal. He's got speed, and he just outruns the RBC secondary there. 75 yards at the half. Pope John with a 28-14 lead. Third quarter, after a big interception, it's Lubisher to the air. Jaden Key has got it. That's gorgeous. 18 yards. Key would leave the game with a sprained ankle. He paid the price for that score, 28-21. But any chance RBC had of maybe pulling off an upset ends right here on the ensuing kickoff. This is Jadir Charles. And this takes the wind right out of RBC's sail. Midway through the third quarter, they're down 7. Just like that, Pope John takes a 34-21 lead. And the Caseys did not have an answer for Burrell Neal. Look at him recover with the balance right there. 87-yard touchdown run for Burrell Neal. The Pope John Lions rack up 515 yards of total offense. They go on to a 48-21 win over Red Bank Catholic. Look at those numbers for Burrell Neal. 13 carries, 249 yards. You saw both of his touchdowns. Frank Ergeli's first season back as RBC head coach, the second part of his tenure, ends with a 5-5 season. But I think there are a lot of optimistic things if you're an RBC football fan. Zach Baer's going to be back. Matt Ansell's going to be back. You got a lot of guys that are capable of making plays, and RBC was really ravaged by injuries this year. If RBC can stay healthy, I think they're going to be back as one of the top teams in the Shore Conference. As RBC's season comes to an end, 48-21, Pope John advances in the non-public Group 3 playoffs.